Hello and welcome to another episode of Party Chat, where we read your comments and answer your burning questions and do some trash takes. I'm your pal Jeremy, joined by my friends here.
Hi, I'm James.
I'm Stella.
And I'm Max, filling in for Brian Altano, who has diarrhea of the butt.
I wanted to start off by just kind of like setting the tone here. Like this is a show that's supposed to be fun. Like we want to like be able to talk to you guys about stuff.
Supposed to be key.
yeah, we're doing our best here. But we're also we're totally here to answer questions that you guys have. I don't think we're gonna be responding to like insults and stuff. Although we do appreciate sick burns like this one from BP, who said, of the first episode, 16:19 is where the video gets interesting. You're welcome.
That was where it ended.
That's the end of the video.
I like if you click that little timestamp, it just went to a different video.
It was good. I mean, Did they just change outfits in the middle of the video? Yeah, it may happen again though. This episode, I don't know. Maybe that might be setting expectations too high.
Yeah, it depends on how we're feeling. We might go put on some.
We may have reshoots. There's months and months of post-production on the back end of these. It takes a long time.
I always get pretty ornery when we make videos where it's like clearly we're breaking the fourth wall. Everyone knows that this is like going to be a YouTube video where we're addressing the audience. But occasionally you'll get somebody who's like, you can see the mic cable, and it's like, yeah, that really just ruins the illusion of us.
We were sitting on your desk actually in the videos before this.
Yeah, it really takes me out of the lore of this video.
George Wayne says, respond to the comments on your videos, the real ones.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
I do that sometimes, and it sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, actually, like a lot of the commenters are making really interesting points, and that's sort of like one of the reasons why we're doing this show. Is we want to like kind of highlight the people that are introducing really interesting conversation topics that like we may not have explored in the videos that I do think that we should answer, and that is this one from Unknowingly Favorite, who says, why not answer the real Death Stranding questions? Why did Modern Warfare get an 8 while Death Stranding got a 6.8?
Can I take this one?
Well,
At least
first,
to begin?
before we do that,
Say a thing that just pisses everyone off and just throws gasoline on the fire?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, let's start with like with the baseline and call upon our reviews editor Dan Stapleton. If you could just step in here, Dan, and give us your thoughts on that. Just maybe kind of try to clear that up for us. That'd be great.
Not every review score is meant to be compared directly to every other review score. It's a bit like apples and oranges. Sometimes they're just not alike and good for different reasons to different people. Game genres are kind of the same situation, where some people prefer strategy games, some people prefer shooters, and you'll never convince one person that a shooter is better than any strategy game. So it's not really meant to be interpreted that way.
Okay, and well, there you have it.
That wasn't very helpful. Modern Warfare is a significantly better game than Death Stranding. That's why I got a higher score.
What James just did there was give his subjective opinion on it, which is essentially what a review is, right?
No. I want objective reviews that have no bias or opinion in them.
That's called a description, which you can see on the link to buy on Amazon. But a review is not that. A review is an opinion from a person, that kind of, those are two games that are really not alike at all, So like, I mean, my answer would be those are two different games for different audiences and different genres reviewed by different people. It is not really any comparing the two.
Yeah, and one's better than the other one.
But it is a good question to ask, and I'm glad you asked it, Unknowingly Favorite, and I hope that clears it up. Let's talk about the new Sonic movie redesign versus the old Sonic movie redesign.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
I'm honestly really bummed out. Like I kind of wanted to see that.
The terrible movie.
I don't want the Snyder cut. I want like the Sonic original cut. Like I'm gonna be on Twitter banging that drum, being like, show the ugly Sonic with the nasty teeth.
Weird teeth.
I would like to see that as like a bonus feature on like the Blu-ray or something, because that really had the potential to be so bad it's good.
No, like I want it like in video games where you're like, oh yeah, you can switch to like the low poly character model, and you're like, oh Lara Croft, you look horrible, or like here's what Dragon Quest looks like in 16-bit. You're like, oh, the graphics are better now. I want to be watching that Blu-ray and be like, and ugly Sonic, and just.
You know what I think? Can I go into conspiracy land here for a second?
Take a look at this.
Let me just put on my tinfoil hat. I think that they had the better design all along. Okay. And I think what they did was they looked at it and they said the script's not great. Okay, let's see if we can spin something here. What if we did like a joke version? Okay, and we put that out there, and then everybody goes like, I hate that joke version, right? All we do then is we just be like, that was just a goof. We messed that up. Here's the real thing. We don't have to change the script. It doesn't matter what the story is. Everyone's gonna clap their hands and they're gonna love it.
Yeah, they feel like they've been done a favor. It's brilliant. They really only needed to do the bad Sonic for the scenes that appeared in the trailer. They just needed to cut a trailer with that.
Which is why going
like where your head's
forward,
at.
You
I'm
think
going
it
to
was
start
a
making really bad videos.
there like a Reddit
and then when you
subreddit?
guys are like, man, IGN's videos really suck, like then I'll be like, oh, here's the real ones. I was just messing
Oh
around.
my god.
Are you saying
Which
that
one
they
is
did
this?
it as a
Who knows?
as a joke though? Like, do you think it was just like a goof, like a multi-million
No, it was a
dollar?
I think it was a marketing ploy.
like a marketing, like a
Black Ops marketing ploy.
It got us all talking about it. I feel like if it was just sort of generic-looking Sonic movie, it would have just kind of burned right past it, just blown right on. But whatever, speed it, quickness. But anyway,
Fast. Gotta go fast.
That feels either like a deep conspiracy, like a inside job type of thing. Like, but it also feels like when parents are like, "Oh no, I guess that's all the Christmas presents." They're like, "There's a big one under the tree."
Oh, who's the Sonic behind the couch over there?
Yeah.
I mean, Gilberto kind of had the same idea. He said, plot twist, the redesign was all this time the original idea, and the first trailer was made just to create the most brilliant publicity
That's
campaign
literally what
ever.
you stole that idea from the comment section.
Oops.
Gilberto Lopez is a freaking genius. I think he's got it. I think he's nailed it.
New conspiracy, Jeremy gets all his ideas from our comment section.
I'm telling you, the comment, there's some smart stuff in there.
Train BG Booze says this is literally RTX on, RTX off. Yes, but I think much like when RTX is on, it looks better when you turn RTX off. Hot take. As somebody who spent $1,200 on a 2080 Ti, I can say that.
Hey
Weird
James,
flex, but
can you read the name of the person that comment was from?
Train BG Booze.
Say it a little bit louder.
We're good.
I just love some of these names. Jabroni Juice.
It's a good name.
I love the first design, said Satan.
Apparently you're Satan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Satan does love his chaos. How about PS5 controller patents? Do you guys want to talk about that?
Sure.
Sure, I love patents.
A lot of other people love that too because that video has like 200,000 or 300,000 views and a lot of comments. People have some feelings about it.
Sensei Dave says, sees thumbsticks, picks Xbox again.
That's like the most controversial element about it. And that's really kind of where it begins and ends. Thumbstick placement.
Yeah.
Do you guys have an opinion on that?
Yeah, I do. Xbox also has thumbsticks, and they're weirdly placed. Use a mouse and keyboard. That's my hot
He's
take.
just such a PC nerd.
I like this one. Hero K3 says, "My weekend in emojis," and it's a beer, a wine, a clown, eggplant, a cop car, a cop. Ooh. And then there's like a zipper on his mouth, and he's asleep.
Like a gimp.
Nice.
Or is that
was
is
a
that
wild
is
weekend,
it a,
dude?
Is it a gimp, or is he just like he remained silent? You know?
Are you saying that you
Then he
only
went to
slept
sleep.
once during your whole weekend? It was that
Wait,
wild?
why is there a clown and an eggplant? What do those have to...
Well, according to Gamer by Proxy, you got caught sexually assaulting a drunk clown. Been there, done that, he says.
3 people like that.
Oh my god!
Yeah, there's a lot of.
I like that it's like these dudes don't want to talk about the PS5 controller. We're gonna write emoji fan fiction about our weekend and then argue about it.
It's really hard to like draw a direct line between that and what the video is about, isn't it?
I actually kind of wish the whole comment section was like that.
No, it'd be
It's
great.
a lot of fun.
Did you guys see what Tyler the bot wrote? I think that one's pretty good.
If it was Apple, it would be buttons sold separately.
Dude, imagine an Apple console. Like, they charge you for like
they
every
try?
little extra thing. They'd be like, it's a couple of $100 extra for memory. Yeah, I know. And if you want a controller, that's $100. 120 if you want it to be wireless. And the headphones are $250.
No, I feel like if it was Apple, they'd be like, we've done something brave and courageous. We've removed buttons entirely. Since the dawn of gaming, people have been using buttons, and we thought, why? And it would just be like the controller would like scan your face, but it wouldn't work if you had sunglasses on.
Let's do some freaking trash takes, everybody. What do you think?
Hooray!
Garbage time!
So Trash Takes is a segment where we pull questionable topics out of a literal trash can, and then we step over here to our debate stage, and we have to defend them, no matter what it is, whether we believe it or not. And we pull them out of this shitty
Wow,
old
look,
trash can.
our budget has
All right.
been improved.
Yeah.
It's real trash.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh.
This one is from GameMan876. I support microtransactions with all my heart.
Oh my god!
Ooh, that's a good one.
You know what I hate? Wasting time. Being a plebe, not having the best weapon, the flashy skins, the stoutest horse armor, macro transactions. I don't have time or inclination to grind for what I could just buy on a credit card and forget about for another day. Do I have bad credit? Am I late on my rent? Do I have a warrant out from my arrest? Yes. But I also have a better looking and better equipped character than you in every single multiplayer and MMO title on God's green earth, yubbish. And also, that warrant is for something totally unrelated, so mind your own business. I'd rather pay $1.99 for a sick limited edition Monster Energy drink weapon skin right now than wait months to pay full price for an expansion or a sequel. Just give it to me now. Don't be a tease. Put it in my veins. I need it. I support microtransactions with all my heart.
Time-limited fear of missing out content, randomized loot boxes with no transparency about what you're buying, gambling for kids, converting real money into V-Bucks at a premium, and having extra currency left over that incentivizes another purchase. Items that give players mechanical advantages over other players. Microtransactions are literally ruining gaming.
From Skywalker Varund. Halo games have one of the best, if not the best, soundtracks ever in games.
That's true, dude. Give me that one. That's not a trash take. I forfeit the rest of my time. Halo music is great.
Halo's music inspired annoying videos of people singing the Halo theme song in bathrooms and interrupting some poor people's prime poop time. Ori and the Blind Forest had a better OST that immediately made me feel emotional after the opening sequence, and it was developed by an indie game company, and that's way more impressive.
How it will work is I'll have to make this argument.
Are you just... Is that legal?
Yeah, what's that? What's going on there?
Okay, here we go.
Is that legal?
Fallout 76 is the purest Fallout experience, is my trash take.
These guys are trying to kill us.
I'll straight up trade.
Purest Fallout?
You can have that.
Fallout has players wander a post-apocalyptic wasteland, digging through junk to survive. Recurring themes of the series are morality and the American dream. Fallout 76 takes all of that beyond the game itself. Fallout's wasteland would have at best a shoddy infrastructure, and 76 has had technical issues since day one. Characters make the best of subpar gear and equipment in-game, just as players are stuck with a subpar game with Fallout 76, to the point that many have begun to question the moral integrity of Bethesda as a company. Perhaps this American dream wasn't all it was cracked up to be, and maybe capitalism has a darker side. Is Fallout 76 the best Fallout game? No, but it's the purest example of what Fallout is about: unforgiving life in a futuristic America.
The Fallout series is known for fun gameplay and really memorable stories and characters, whereas Fallout 76 is like something from an alternate dimension where none of this is true. The purest Fallout experience that one could possibly have is Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, see, that was the one I put back.
The Dreamcast is the best console of all time.
That's Zach Ryan in here.
Dreamcast is the best console of all time. If you didn't play on it, you had a terrible life. It has games like Shenmue, Seaman, you can talk to a fish, Leonard Nimoy, Jet Set Radio, Soul Calibur, Crazy Taxi, and my favorite, Typing of the Dead.
Dreamcast had a lot of great ideas, but it was a swing and a miss overall, and it put Sega out of the console business entirely. Cookie dough is delicious, but it doesn't make a good dessert.
Now is the part where we answer some of your burning questions that you have for us. And the first one here is from a gentleman just simply known as Will. How'd you get that name? Must be an early adopter
Probably
on the
inherited
YouTube
it.
platform. Whenever there's a controversial review, I hear each of your podcasts go through the song and dance of saying IGN isn't a hive mind and that it's only one person's review. If you believe that so much, why not have multiple takes per review? I know it's a lot of resources to assign people like that, but based on just listening to Beyond, a huge portion of The Office must have played something like Death Stranding, and a few dissenting paragraphs at the end would give a much better snapshot of the IGN's Office throughout one solitary score. So actually I replied to this one, and I said that I would address it in this episode. We've actually got a couple things that we've tried between the first episode and the second one airing that you can check out. One is we actually did a multi-person review for Jedi Fallen Order, which was actually a little bit easier to accomplish because like so many of us are playing that game, and it is like a little bit on the shorter side. And in order to like give a proper review, obviously you want to play through, you know, at least most of it, if not all of it. Now, to do an official review, you have to like 100% like beat the game. Right. And, like,
It also comes down to scarcity of review copies.
Right.
Right, and that's another
like,
issue. And resources like as somebody that works on the video side, like I'm really trying to do more reviews of like AA games and like indie titles and like other kind of cool stuff like Disco Elysium, you know, that might get overlooked if we're only playing the big AAA releases. But I think in certain instances, I would love to see more of that. Like I loved it when they used to do that on EGM. I think it's really cool. You can check it out. It's in the link below. And the other thing that we did is we did like a funny video with Michael Swaim, who used to be at Correct, and he's recently joined our staff. And he and Max and Brian did a really funny video for people who are on the fence for Death Stranding, because that game is so divisive. You know, people are either like, it's a 0 or like, it's a 10, you know, and so we wanted to kind of present all the pros and cons in like a funny and interesting way. And you can check that. I'll put the link to that in the comments also. But did you guys have any other like thoughts about that, or?
Yeah, I mean, I would argue that the idea with reviews is that if you want differing opinions, you can read different reviews. I think there's a sort of tendency to see outlets as almost like teams, or like, oh, like IGN sucks because they gave this a bad score, but GameSpot over here gave it this score, and Polygon, and you know what? It's like if you read a few of them, you can kind of piece together what different people make of it. And then, of course, there's the, watch your favorite YouTubers. Go check out what different people think, and kind of use that to sort of, create a rubric of like, okay, what's the consensus? I mean, it's easy to look at like Metacritic and be like, the average score is this, therefore it is good. It's like, yes, but on what basis,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I think that like at least a lot of the comments that are critical of a review score seem like it's some kind of de facto final assessment that is official. It's like, for us it is, but that's in, again, a context of literally hundreds of other scores and other takes. And to Jeremy's point, this is something that we're actively experimenting with, within the confines of resources, as well as like things like review copies. So we do want to have multiple opinions for the same review.
As always, leave us your comments, your burning questions, your trash takes in the comments below. Let's have a conversation about some topics that you'd like to discuss with IGN. Anything you want to know about, us or like what we do, or anything you want to talk about in regards to the games, movies, TV shows that you guys are consuming while you're waiting to consume other product.
Or pooping.
Let us know in the comments below, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in hell.